Hi, I'm sauravbandyopadhyay. I'm a Volkswagen Polo Cup racing driver and I'm a karting driver for Ardor Racing team. Right since the time I started racing, I heard this phrase that racing, mountain climbing and bullfighting are the only real sports. Initially, I didn't know how true that phrase was, but as I started developing more in racing, I started realizing the truth in that phrase. In 2005, I was searching for a way to get started in racing. And since the infrastructure in our country of racing was not really that great, I had to search really hard to find out that karting was the way to get started. I found out that racing was the base of all forms of racing. Whether it's F1, sports car, NASCAR or rallying, karting is the basis of motorsport. Initially, after getting the training, I started practicing on my own and participating in local events. Fortunately for me, I met few drivers who were much more experienced than me, and they started helping me out because of my will to learn. So, training with them, I started learning a lot and doing well in local events. So in 2006, I decided to take a further step and I went and did 2 races in MRF National Karting. Even though it was a big step, the karts were much faster, I didn't do that well, but I got introduced to a team which in 2007 I joined, and they trained me for the national championship in 2007. I took training from them and prepared for the national karting of MRF. I did the whole national karting of MRF and I scored a podium and I finished 5th in the grand finals, which was a really good result for me. In 2007, I went into a much faster form of karting called as Rotax karting in the JK Tyre National Karting Championship. The thing was, in 2008, my budget was really restricted. So I was driving a substandard kart and I had to work as a mechanic on my kart. Now, that time the experience felt very difficult, working as a mechanic and then driving. I am really thankful that I got that experience to learn. Next year, my parents were much more supportive, so fortunately I could do the MRF Formula Maruti. While doing the Formula Maruti, in the practice itself, I pushed it way beyond its limit and I crashed it and I broke the car. That really restricted my budget for that year and I had to again settle for a substandard kart. I learned a lot in 2009 and that gave me a huge confidence going into 2010. In 2010, Volkswagen was coming to India and everybody knew it was going to be the biggest thing in motorsport. So everybody was gunning for it. I spoke to my coach and he said that you should give it a shot, but it will be really tough because the best drivers in the country would be trying for it. But I just had to get in. So I kept practicing on my karts and fortunately just before the selection, there was this rookie championship. I came second in the championship and that gave me a huge confidence boost going into the polo selections. In 2011, my coach said that if I wanted to learn more, I had to go international because the budget was always a constraint. But my parents were like, you know, we have faith in you, just go for it. I did some 4 races in Asia in the beginning of this year and I learned a lot and I managed to pull off some good performances. Polo Cup really went well in 2011 and I finished 7th in the championship. As a result of finishing 7th, I got the opportunity to go to Sri Lanka in December this year. Now the only restriction is the budget, but having come this far and having fought so much, there's no way that I'm gonna sit back and feel sorry for myself.
When I first started managing Saurav 2 years back, I got this feeling that he's going to go all the way. That's for sure. He's going all the way. He doesn't stop. Crashes? No point. He's not stopping at crashes. Because people look at crashes. He looks at, oh, I missed the point. I missed the chance today. He goes forward. He says, I want to roll it back. I want to go back. I want to do it again next year. That's what Saurav is all about. He's about grit, perseverance, determination. He's everything what a youth wants to be. He's a prodigy of racing. He's a brand ambassador of determination, of youthfulness, of fighting spirit. I feel great to be associated and to be managing Saurav. As a manager, I feel it's a pleasure. It's a great pleasure to be associated with Saurav. Because Saurav is going to go worldwide. He is going to make it big. So when he's doing it for his country, I feel there should be a backup. There should be a financial backup that he needs, that we as countrymen can provide him. He's a flag bearer. Of course, he's a flag bearer for our country. I want to take this opportunity to ask my 1 billion countrymen, my sports loving men, to come forward to help this boy cherish his dream. Because 2012 looks bright for him. As Saurav's manager, I would like to take this opportunity to ask the sponsors of my country to come forward to back Saurav with his dream of racing by giving him that financial support, so that in 2012 he can go all out worldwide, realizing his own dream, and in turn getting glory for our country and everyone who's associated with him. For this, I wish Saurav a best of luck.